Bortles now on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there. And they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Bortles now on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Here we go.
Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Here we go.
There they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Back 58.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Here we go.
Bortles to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Strong left. Strong left. Strong left. Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Nortman on to kick as he sends it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
Tight is Ringo. Tight is on the Ringo. Tight is on the Ringo.
Get set. Set.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Raider 2.
Check.
Monday. Man on. 180.
Now a handoff looking right. And they're able to get this this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Down. That's right. Hey, Raider 2. Low, low, low.
49, check 49.
Push it hot.
Shotgun now for Carr.
Hey, check 44.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Man left.
Hey, Raider 2.
Four
Down.
down.
180.
Check. Four down.
White Monday down. Push it hot.
Carr to throw on second down.
Check it
Throwing
out.
the out route incomplete. It's Fisher. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
Yeah,
they?
when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Hey, 734. Express.
Check.
Here we go.
Fresno.
But 5-man box.
Fresno.
That's hot.
Switch.
Now they'll run it on the toss.
Go. Run.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Watch right. We got right.
Down. Blue 80.
Exit. Mike 50.
The slot man in
Raider
motion
one.
right.
Ricky. Motion.
On first down, Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Let's go. Get loud. I want to hear you. Ready.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Only 3 there on the screen. It's second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Watch tight end.
Back, face.
Tight right.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
Watch 30.
Ace. Left.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Tight end's right. Watch tight end's right.
Here we go.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. And the Raiders have got him. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
Ringo.
Here we go now.
From the gun, it's Bortles. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Khalil Mack in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taking it about the 36. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. And now Oakland ready to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to lead the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
I got 86.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fisher. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now out come the Jags. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. And he gives this time to the tailback. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And now here's a carry heading left. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Watch tight end. Throw. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Ready.
3 down, 3 down.
Left. Here we go now. Green, 39.
Now a play fake here on first down. Caught right side. It's Lewis. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
Ready. Green, 39. Green, 39.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Z.
Check motion.
Ace. Z.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that.
Now they try the right side here. And some space here. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Corey Grant, 26 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And now here come the Raiders. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Tight end right.
Express.
Tight end right.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr.
Kill.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Yo, Chief. Monday, down. White Monday.
Odd. 5 down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Raider 2. 1, Raider 1.
Hey,
Get
switch
set.
gears.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Down.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Dante Fowler in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Sacks all day, baby.
Here
Go
we
ahead,
go.
take a seat.
180.
You can't stop me. Watch
93.
safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Down.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And Cook has it left side. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The best play callers in any league know how to break their tendencies. They study themselves, they self-scout, and they realize most of the time you don't call a draw play on 1st and 10. So every so often you insert that play just to make the defense think, even if it's not successful.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, baby.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. And what is going on here? I've got 3rd down. Screen shows 3rd down, but they got the punt team out there. This is taken at the 10. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Don't let 89 go deep.
734.
Whatever you do,
Down.
don't let
80.
Carr now on 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On play action, now Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Blue 45. Close. Left.
I got you.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
Check 13.
And they give this time to the tailback. And not much much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's it, baby.
Zing, zing, zing. Slow.
Now a handoff looking right. And able to work his way down to the 16. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
Black 58 rail. Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45. Black 58 rail. Black zing, zing, zing.
On 3rd down. That's Grant. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So on 4th down, Doug Marrone going to send out his field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 33. And Brenza's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
We got 3.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Jim. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Low. Get down.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Sam Shields. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And now running right through it. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
Down. 180.
They go play action here on 1st down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Tight end left.
Hey, 7:34.
On play action, it's Carr. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Three.
The final shot here before half for Carr. Buying time to his left.
Strong right.
Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. All right, we've got some happy trigger fingers ready to see who's going to survive this wild card game as we get you back to quarter 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Yo trip is here, baby. Yo trip is here. Let me hear it. Let me feel you.
Z. Here we go.
57 the mic.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Tight is Ringo. Tight is on Ringo. Tight is on
Here we go now. Green, 90.
Now a handoff, running off tackle right. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well. Because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
Blue 45. Blue 45.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Woo! You got him. You got him. Ha-ha, you got him.
Well, this is a new concept. It's 3rd down, but they've got the punt unit on. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And tough starting field position here.
Tight left.
Get down. Get 694.
Check. Four down.
Carr now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We got three down.
So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
5 yards left for the offense. It's second down.
Easy. Kill. Get down. Deuce right. Monday down.
Yes.
Get down. What's up?
Switch.
From the gun, it's Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So that is 2 pick sixes he's thrown in this football game. Now, you take those away, Charles, it's a completely different situation.
It totally is, but guess what? They have to deal with what they have now, okay? So they can't just mentally go, well, if we hadn't thrown those pick sixes, we'd be okay. Here's where you are. Here's where you're going to battle. But guess what? They're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Down. 5-man box.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
3 down.
Here we go.
Now Carr throwing on second down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
Get set. You're wide, 8-8.
4 down.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield.
Wide. Get wide.
On first down, Carr. Throw left side complete. It's Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it third down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Monday, down, 5 is right.
Now, Carr again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Yeah, brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's
Down.
right.
180.
Hey, we got
Throwing on first down. Carr to the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9.
Hey, tight end's
Low.
right.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr is going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Express.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Hey, 7. Down. Blue 80. What's up?
Play action. Now it's Carr. And he finds Cook. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A Raiders first down. Carr hooking up with Cook. On first down, Carr.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice. The Raiders on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
7:34. Down. Blue 80.
Carr to throw again. The quick hitter complete. It's Fisher, and he'll go down at the 28. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard, right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bifino, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Shotgun now for Bortles. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Here's Brad Nortman now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Dante Fowler in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Down! White Monday, down!
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra you know, that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
29!
Bang, 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 bang.
Hard to throw on 2nd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Check 26.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Check.
Here we go now.
Bortles to throw on 3rd and 1. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal trap. And the inability to catch that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes, but now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Throw left side to the tight end, Walford. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Monday, down.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Fisher. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 41-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Down.
Right.
You wide 8-8. Easy. Kill.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Here's Carr to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Sam Shields. Pass, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick-sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick-sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Down.
Hey, I got number 80. I got number 80.
Purdue.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep down. He's got a man, complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Get down, get down. What's up?
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He's going to let it fly. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Watch twist.
Get down, get down.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fisher. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Carr throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll give him a yard on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Strong left, strong left.
Monday, down. Blue 80, 694.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Jared Cook, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Punch it, punch it.
Down. 180.
Watch 89.
Right.
Watch 89.
That's it.
Again, it's Carr. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the Jaguars. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to 9. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to roam now. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. It'll be a gain of 24 on the play. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage defensively. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on the Here we go now.
Bortles going to look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Raider 9, now! What's it?
One final try now for Carr. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be.
I stay myself, I never change, yeah, yeah, yeah. Do whatever get you paid, yeah, yeah, yeah. Cause, but I still low. Got 100 different to myself. Still 33, 4 low. Ride to my dog sitting in jail. Need a lump sum.